tell them to give me a little bit of a ring and I can bring them on the show. So this is my first show, and I'm very proud, and I thank Maxine and Cheryl for this opportunity. And yeah, my guest today is Broly Blackheart, and he is a retired DJ. Hi, Broly.
Hello, hello.
So we're talking about music. And give me the top 3 bands that you love.
The top 3 bands that I currently love is a band called Golden Earring, Sabaton, and of course one of my all-time favorites, Metallica.
Awesome sauce. Golden Earring was really big in the 80s, and they did Radar Love and stuff like that. They were really a cool band. Yeah. So what brought you into SL DJing?
Well, I have a huge love for music, and I've been around music just about most of my life.
Well, that's a good start. The same with me. That's why I was a DJ, because I love music so much. And SL is a very good venue for a DJ to be in, because your genres can change, or you can be like me and be the mistress of metal, which I only played metal, which was awesome. But yeah, I've heard Broly DJ. He's a really good DJ. So today we're going to discuss the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I know Broly watched it. I made him watch it. And I watched it. I don't know whoever else watched it, if any of you guys watched it out there on YouTube or whatever. Katy Perry, Missy Elliott, and Lenny Kravitz. Oh. Lenny sexy. Ha. What did you think of the halftime show?
Well, myself, I'm not the biggest Katy Perry fan, but I have to give it to her. The halftime show was really well put together, and I think the icing on the cake was that giant golden lion.
The Lion Zord. Yes, I quite like that too. It's kind of put off with the beach theme a little bit. I thought it was too kiddie, but other than that, like the Lion Zord and all that stuff, I thought was really good, and she did really well with Missy Elliott. The only time we'll see the Lions at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'd have to say my favorite part actually was when Lenny Kravitz came in.
Lenny did a good job. I wished he was in it longer. I thought he was in it for just way too short. Missy did really well. Like, she was really, really good. And I was quite impressed with Katy Perry's performances. Like I said, the one set where it looked kiddie, I didn't really enjoy that. But the rest of them I did enjoy. Like, especially when she was up in the air singing fireworks and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that was really something else. And you know, she actually had to look on on her face like, "Oh my God, if I slip, I'm falling."
Yeah, she was quite up there too. It was kind of, and her first dress, yeah, looked like something from Freebie Galaxy. Missy looked amazing. Yeah, she did, Donatella. I do agree.
Oh my God, Missy has lost a lot of weight. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, she's looking nice and healthy, and that's awesome. Missy, keep it up. We do love you. Just because I'm the mistress of metal doesn't mean that I don't appreciate other music genres. She did look very comfortable there. Yeah, I do agree. But that was a really big bump for Katy Perry. Like, you know, like, she's been doing really, really well. Like, I know a lot of people aren't her fans and stuff like that. I'm not her number one fan. I listened to a couple of her songs, like You're So Gay. Um, it looked like she was nervous, but well, she's had a couple more than just I Kissed a Girl there. She's like Firework was one of her number one hits and stuff like that. She had 7 number ones, okay. I lost my Katy Perry fan. Oh, I love that song, You're So Gay. I don't know why.
I never really listened to much of her music, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I'll send it to you because it's actually a really good, fun song. And it's funny. Like, really funny. So, also, I have something from about Alice Cooper and Motley Crue. We all know that Alice Cooper is on the farewell tour of Motley Crue. And just let me pull this up.
Oh, yeah, the one where he wanted to chop their heads off live on stage.
Yep. Okay, Alice Cooper has been opening for Motley Crue on their final tour that will continue to do so for most of the dates throughout 2015, leading up to the New Year's Eve finale. So at New Year's Eve, Motley Crue will be touring no more. The members of Motley Crue have vowed that this will absolutely be their final tour, and supposedly signed contracts forbidding them from doing reunion tours in the future. Cooper, however, had a better idea, and he wants to just kill them. Cooper's plan is to chop off each of the band's heads as a finale to their final show, much as he has done to himself in so many concerts since the 70s. And they finish up in the United States on New Year's, and that's their last gig. So why don't you let me kill them on stage? That finishes everything. 4 guillotines, floop, done. Auction off the heads on stakes, is what he was quoted to say.
It's going, to me personally, I'm kind of iffy on that whole idea because it's going to take some major theatrics to be able to pull something like that off.
Yeah, but Alice Cooper has been doing it since the 70s, and he's been doing it well, so I think it would actually be kind of a cool thing to do at the end of Motley Crue is have 4 guillotines and they'd be beheaded. I think that would be awesome.
Well, yeah, well, you figure this is Alice Cooper we're talking about.
In other news, we have Bobby Christina, Whitney Houston's daughter, and she's not doing too well, and they're thinking about taking her off of life support, unfortunately. I'm not sure if she's a singer, but I know her mother is, and her father, so as part of the big news that's going on, it's very sad, yes. She was found unresponsive in her tub, and she's been in a medical coma ever since, and now they're thinking about pulling the plug on her this weekend, which is very sad. What do you think about that?
I didn't even find out about this till now, but it is very sad when someone is found unresponsive.
Yeah, she's only 23 too, so it's very sad that
wow.
somebody so young is, going through something so horrific. She was close to her mom, and I don't think she ever got over the heartbreak that her mom died, to be honest, which I find is really saddening. Yeah, the movie came out, and it was like not long after that she was found unresponsive, so I'm pretty sure that probably contributed to a lot of it, which is horrifically sad. Like I said, this is not just for metal only, this is for all genres of music, so, if you have any questions or concerns, just IM me, and I'll be able to tell you stuff. VLAF, yeah, yes, that was sad that she died too. I wasn't a Leia fan, and I found her passing was extremely horrible. But I find a lot of music personalities that die, I find that most of them die too young, too early. They have more to give, but their time here is so short, and it's just really, really sad. Like Ronnie James Dio, even though he was on the older side of the spectrum, he still had lots to go, but he had cancer, and he died, and I cried when he passed away. Yeah, she did have a lot of talent to be unleashed.
Yes, she did. I actually remember hearing about that. I think she died not after too long after Queen of the Damned came out.
Actually, she died before Queen of the Damned was finished. Which was extremely sad. So, you know, just one second, I have a cat that wants to get on my lap. Amy Winehouse, yes. She was in the 27 group, where all the stars that are really good, like really good, and they have such potential, and they all die at the age of 27. And it is creepy. It is a very, very creepy coincidence. Kurt Cobain, I think it was Jimi Hendrix.
Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash was old. No, I meant when they were 27 when they died.
Right.
Mama Cass. Let me think. There's a lot of people that died at 27. Janis Joplin.
What about? I'm trying to think his name there from Alice in Chains. Lane. Yeah, I think that was his name.
Lane Staley. We do have people in the audience talking, which is great. And so if I answer and it kind of is a little bit confusing, I do apologize. I will try to read the question out, and then I will give the answer. They're also throwing names out for me because of the 27 Club. What do you think about that? Like, them dying too young, or, you know, that they have so much potential and yet they pass on in some freak accidents. What's your take on that, bro?
It's 27 is just too young. I think a lot of strain comes from being on the road all the time.
Oh, Ray had a good thing. Not when you think about it. A lot of the best singers and songwriters write from the soul, and to convey the pain in their songs, you have to feel that pain. So it's not hard to fake. Which is true. It is hard. It is hard to fake that much pain. Yeah, Jim Morrison is another one. But still, like, at the age of 27, Justin Bieber is not even 27 yet. I think he's, 22? Yeah. He has 5 more years. That's a good conspiracy of pressure or fame. I think some of them were freak accidents, to be honest with you. Some of them were just, tragic endings, like drug overdoses and stuff like that. Because when you're so young, even at 27, you're still young. And you get all this fame, you have all this notoriety, and you have the drugs that are just coming in so steadily. Yeah, Leia was an accident, it was a plane crash. But like Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and all them guys, and Jim Morrison, like, even though they're from the 60s, 50s and 60s and all that, still, the pressures of fame really took them to a different level and took them to a place. Johnny Rotten too. Yeah, Donatella, I do agree. Live fast, die young. It's very sad. Actually, that Ace, Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens, their anniversary was yesterday for their crash. I was reading that, and yeah, that was yesterday or the day before. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. That was the day that they crashed, which, you know, there's 3 other singers right there that were just fantastic and died just way too young. And I feel that it's a growing concern in the music industry that we have all these famous people and these fabulous people, and they just die. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan, he was great. Ranma, he was fantastic. Just sad.
You can't forget about, like, other genres too, like Tupac, Biggie Smalls.
Mm-hmm. Tupac was very influential and a favor by a lot of people. He was beyond his time. He was ahead of his time with his music and his lyrics and everything. He was very innovative, and he was a fantastic person. And for him to go out the way he went out, yeah, beautiful poet. He was, you know, one of the great guys out there that died too young. Like yesterday, he was on the cusp of mainstream when he passed. Like, he was just, and people remember him and people still mourn him, and I don't blame them because he was such a good guy. Yeah, and Biggie Smalls, same. He was good also. And in that genre, oh really? They're saying that rumor is Suge Knight, right, was behind his passing, and Biggie and Suge is this, okay, and Suge is a scumbag, even if he wasn't behind it, okay. That's Suge Knight, right? Just making sure it's Suge Knight that you're, okay. It is Suge Knight that you're talking about. Still, you know, they got shot. They died by... Wayne Stanley was 34, okay. He was charged with murder, right? Recently? I don't know who was charged with murder. Suge Knight? Okay. With a different murder? He ran over 2 people. Okay. Oh my, that's just horrible. See, gangster rap, I don't know, like Ice-T did Cop Killer and all that stuff, and, you know, that set, I would say, a bar to a lot of thug stuff. Body Count isn't rap, though? Okay. I thought it was. Yeah, but a lot of rap people still take from that, from Body Count by Ice-T, and they still do thug life stuff. And, you know, even though Cop Killer was so controversial, well, still, it was metal rap, I would say. But still, you have music that comes out, like a lot of rappers are like, you know, we hate the cops, you know, the law is wrong, you know. Yes, NWA would fuck the police, and things like that. So, you know, it's gang culture, yes. And let's not forget the really stupid Stop Snitching movement. Who did that one, Bear? Like, I like Snoop Dogg. I think he's cool. Oh, it was a thing a couple years ago. Okay.
I
Artists
didn't even hear
trying to
about
live
that
up
one.
to their music and saying any publicity is good publicity. That's true, Xander. That's very true what you said. And if you want to sponsor my show, please check in with Maxine Yoshiro. She'll be the one to be able to set you up with that. And I'm doing just a quick shout out to my store, Abyssio Nico Designs. That's what I'm wearing. That's what Maxine is wearing. That's what a lot of my friends wear. Abyssio Nico Designs has a lot of mesh clothing, and it's not Nico clothing. Well, some can be considered Nico clothing, so yeah. Abyssio Nico Designs is on the Career Sim, and it's across the street from the wrestling arena of UHW. What is a Nico? I will explain a Nico later. Grandma goes, rap music, in my honest opinion, has become complacent. Seems to be all the same story, just different rapper telling it. True. True.
That's why I really never got into rap.
Soldier Boy. Bear was saying Soldier Boy, whatever his name is. Okay, I have not heard his stuff. Okay, he sucks. I have not heard his stuff, so I don't know, if he's good or not. I tend to listen to more metal than anything else. Oh, by the way, one more shout out, just because I can do this. Corey Taylor, I love you. I am your number one fan. You'll probably hear that on every show, just so that you're warned. Listen to Crank That is a tolerable version, is the Travis Barker remix. Okay, Travis Barker is from, what's that band called?
Sum 41?
No. Yes, Sum 40. Blink 182.
Okay, Blink 182.
I knew it was something like that. And then like older rap music, but it has to have meaning behind it, like LL Cool J, Stick Rick, etc. LL Cool J was good. I do have to admit he was good in his time. Funky Cold Medina is what I remember from him. KRS-One? Who's KRS? That's Tone Look. Okay, well there you go. See, I get stuff mixed up. Busta Rhymes. He's a rapper. And he is not a fan of today's rap either. Who is a rapper that is not a fan? Bear.
I think he's talking about Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes? KRS-One. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know who he is. I've not heard of him either. But, I'm probably gonna Ludacris. I'll probably hear about them later, because I know when my one friend is listening and he listens to stuff. But anyway. Let's see. We have 6 minutes left, Broly. What would you like to talk about?
Well, actually, over here in the Netherlands, we have an event called the Friends of Amstel. It's like a super event where they gather all types of artists from around the Netherlands and around Europe.
Ooh.
Yes, I was just actually watching it tonight, and they had a super drum solo featuring at least a good 5 or 6 drummers.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Is it like a once a year event, like over a weekend, or?
I think it's like a once a year event.
Okay. Cool. That sounds awesome. We have, all over the world, they have rock concerts like we have them up here, in Montreal and stuff like that. I know Rammstein, one of my favorite bands, only plays in Montreal. So, for you to go to see Rammstein in Canada, you have to go to Montreal. You can't go anywhere else in Canada because that's the only place they go.
I'm actually going to a concert myself on the 15th.
Yeah, and who are you going to see?
I'm going to go see Sabaton.
There you go. That is awesome. One of your favorite bands. That is amazing. And they're going to be in the Netherlands, right?
Yes, they're actually going to be at, I don't know if it's the Ziegler Dome or the Heineken Music Hall in Amsterdam.
Heineken, right on. That's rocking. So does anybody out in the audience have any questions or anything, or that's something you want to tell me, or something that you want to say as far as music goes? Just take a minute and be quiet and let's see. Oh, I see a couple people typing. And Fair says Justin Bieber is going to get roasted. Yeah, like a duck. Yes, YouTube.
Oh,
yes, yes, here we go. That's a good one. I forgot all about that. And you know who Corey Taylor is, Xander Soshush. The new rules of YouTube. We'll wind it with that. Then going from Flash to
HTML5.
HTML5, and that's going to impact a lot of people. I know it's going to impact a lot of people in wrestling, in SL. It's going to impact a lot of people on their smartphones and stuff like that. I think it's a bad idea, personally. I have some videos that I made that are up there, and I don't know what they're going to do with the Flash ones. Are they just going to take them down, or are they going to try to take them over to, HTML5?
I think most of the videos on YouTube are server-side, so they might be able to change the coding on them without any problem.
The videos will be untouched, just the player to probably convert them. Well, anyway, I think that it was a dumb move for YouTube to do that. Why fix something that isn't broke, I would say. I noticed that a lot of us have been having problems with our videos lately anyway, due to the strict copyright laws. So we're going to have to...
Yeah, I believe that's more of the United States FCC stepping in on that. In on that, too.
Yeah, I think they're stepping in on a lot of stuff. World Music Group is.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff from WMG, Sony, ATV, and a lot of other companies won't play.
Dailymotion is the substitute that we've been using, and I hear good and bad things about Dailymotion. So we'll just have to see what goes on. But anyway, we are 1 minute to go, so we might as well wind this down. And yeah, thanks for coming out to the show, everybody. I am so glad to see you guys. This is my first show, and to be honest, I was nervous as heck. But seeing you guys here just made me ever so happy. Thank you. I love you guys very much. I really do. Oh yes, and check out Ranma's podcast in 30 minutes. He will be having a podcast in 30 minutes. I would like to thank Broly for coming out.
No, thank you for having me on your show.
And I am so happy that you were on the show. Thank you so very much. And thank you again for coming out. And this is Rock On. And I am your Mistress of Metal, Melandra Lancaster. You guys have a great evening. Good night.